Hi, Mark here from How to Call. Welcome to FXcellence. In this series, we're bringing you the key themes of strategic risk management without getting stuck into complexities. Today, we're talking budget rates, which begs the question, what are budget rates and why do they matter to you? Budget rates are a vital consideration to any company with foreign exchange exposure. And when companies fall short of their budgeted exchange rates, the numbers they've got in their forecast simply won't add up. This means you could be paying more or receiving less than you'd expected to, and that means you'll be eating into profit to cover the shortfall. Exchange rates impact different businesses in different ways. So picture this, you're a business selling a service abroad and invoicing in US dollars. 100% of your income for that service is impacted by FX movements because you'll need to convert those dollars back to pounds. Alternatively, if you're selling a finished product locally, which only has one component that was purchased from overseas, then your vulnerability to the FX market is likely to be somewhat smaller. We call this your FX sensitivity. And while there's no surefire way for setting budget rates, there are often common themes and different stakeholders from across the business will have involvement and interest in the setting of the budget rate. But given that each department can have differing opinions, it's down to the finance team to ensure that every voice is heard, but not necessarily given an equal share of the vote. You'll likely look at and consider historical rates of exchange over the short, medium and long term, where the business is currently priced, your FX sensitivity, your attitude to risk and ability to stomach adverse moves, and how market moves or supply chain changes may affect FX exposures over time. So when setting a budget rate, firms will also take into consideration the current spot rate, the forward rate, and whether that moves with or against them over time. The market consensus with forecasts and projections, though we would always caveat, take those with more than a small pinch of salt. Let's look at an example. Picture a firm that sells pounds to buy $10 million over the course of the year, and they're purchasing software products from vendors that they then resell at a 30% margin. They've agreed on a budget rate of 125 using a spot rate approach, and over the course of the year they end up realising an average exchange rate of 123. This means the difference between their budget rate and their realised rate has cost them £130,000, which would otherwise be profit. Still, it could have been worse. Had they used a market forecast rate, where the market was expecting exchange rates to improve, they would have found themselves even deeper in the red with an even more difficult conversation to have had around the board table. Ultimately, as time ticks on, so does the market. Therefore, for your budget rate to remain meaningful, you either need to be able to manage market risk by hedging, increasing pricing, or sacrificing profit margins. We can't imagine your customers appreciating price rise or your shareholders being overly happy about a smaller dividend. Mitigating the risk though doesn't need to be complicated. Getting an effective budget rate, a simple process to manage it, can take a lot of weight from your shoulders whilst also supporting the business with its overall objectives. A win-win, if you like. We're here to simplify FX. Get in touch with one of our friendly and knowledgeable experts, and let's see how FX strategy can drive commercial impact in your business.